Hey guys, welcome to another edition of My Business Navigator. Today we're going to be working with pop-ups and showing you how to add pop-ups in GroovePages. And as you know, GroovePages is part of the ecosystem of GrooveFunnels. So, all that and more right on the other side here of the intro. Hey guys, welcome back to My Business Navigator. I'm so happy that you're here. It is my pleasure to be able to give you another great video. Today we're going to be talking about pop-ups and being able to add pop-ups into GroovePages for your particular pages. The thing I love about GrooveFunnels and GroovePages is the fact that GroovePages allows you to have multiple different pop-ups, and you can actually assign multiple pop-ups across all pages or just for one page, depending on what your design actually calls for. Now, I thought I would try to do something a little bit different in the fact, and I want to show you right here on my screen, if I could. I see this at a lot of the auto stores. I happen to be shopping for batteries here not too long ago, and I saw this at a lot of this, or something similar to this, I should say, with a lot of the auto retailers, is they had the pop-ups come up. This is actually an entry pop-up. So I just logged onto the page and I got this exclusive email savings. Sign up today and get $10 off, $50 on your in-store or online purchase. And of course, they got their asterisks, limit 1 per customer, blah, blah, blah. And all that you have to do is give them your email address and zip code. So this way they know about where you live and try to coordinate that with what store you're going to be buying your product at. So I figured, why not show you how to actually develop similar pop-up, or I would say something, I would probably want to do something more along the lines of a 15% off today only to get you sign up for 15% off or something like that with GroovePages. So let's go back to GroovePages, and actually I'm going to well, I started doing stuff, but we're going to delete this pop-up. Yes, I'm absolutely sure I didn't do anything, but I'm going to go back to the very beginning here, so this way we're all starting at the same page. So as you see that I am working with, this is my home page right here, and inside my home page I'm going to go over to my Groove apps, and I will go to a page that I started up, and really I'm just playing around with the software right now. So we're coming to this guy here, and this guy, I only have 2 pages set up. Have this page and another page actually set up for video right there. So let's say we have somebody that made it over to our video page, but for whatever reason they did not want to purchase. My video sales letter did not do the trick for them to make them want to make that commitment to buy. So they go to exit, and we see this a lot on a lot of pages where you go to exit and all of a sudden a pop-up appears. And let me see if I can go to I believe that My Business Navigator, my home page here, if it comes up, actually has a pop-up on it. I guess not here. How about I believe this one does. And what this is is basically a landing page that I put together that I just basically threw together really quick, added some copy in, and I believe that, nope, I didn't add the pop-up on here either. Wow, I am really striking out. I can't remember where I do have the pop-up. AntonioBradley.com. I should have it here. This is my home page. Now, my pop-up actually leads to something that I'm not super proud of right now. I want to redo my pop-up. But basically, you see here, don't miss out on the free core affiliate funnel. And basically, the concept of the core affiliate funnel is going to give you access to all the core items that you need to start an affiliate marketing platform. And I actually have to rework that landing page but all this is through a competitor company right now. With the advent of group pages, I'm working my way to bringing stuff over here. But you see the idea of what a pop-up funnel, exit pop-up funnel is. So when I go to exit, I can be browsing around in here. I can browse around all day long here, and as soon as I go to exit, I leave the page screen, bam, right there it is. And that's what the exit pop-up funnel is. So what we're going to do here is mimic something like what we see here at AutoZone or the other stores, where exit up, and we'll put in some copy in here that says, hey, you can get 15% off today. All you got to do is sign up for our newsletter. Sound like a pretty cool deal. So we'll come back over here to group pages. On this page, we will select pop-ups, and say pop-up number 1 is, I thought I said to delete this one, and I want to save that. Deletion, and I see down here it is deleted. Come over here to page 2. Create new pop-up. Pop-up 1, standard. This is going to be an exit, and is only going to appear on page 2. I can have it for all pages, just a home page, or page 2. I just want it on the home page. Show on every visit, or I can just show only on the first visit. So what will happen is this page will insert a cookie and say if you return, it's not going to show you the exit again. So I can make this a one-time deal only type of thing. But why do I want to do that? So drag this one down here, and we see that we have this guy. Now I want to go in and save, and I want to save. Make sure that we get this green bar down here to make sure that we have our savings. And yes, saving on a regular basis is important. Let's see. All right, so what I want to do first off is I want to come over here, and I do see that. So that's form container, but it's inside the form container. So it's not, the block is this outer unit. The block is there. So what I want to do is I will want to put an actual container in to contain everything. And it's just a good way, and we'll probably get rid of a lot of this stuff. Let's put that down here. Let's say % off your first purchase. Okay, you might see these around, and I'd probably work with this a little bit. So this way, let's actually add in, let's see, a text. Where is a good text? List buttons, text, subscribe, get up there. There we go. Right there, heading. Whoa! That was not. So, touchdown here. That's interesting. That is definitely a bug. Okay. And unfortunately, it looks like that just became... So let's see if I can just hit cancel. Exit out of that. Can I exit out of that? Let's exit out of this page. See if it saves that extra head that I don't want. Okay, there we go. So this is the... Alright, so... That's right, I want to actually... What I want to do... Let's go here, and I want to duplicate this for this guy. Subscribe now. Subscribe now for 15% off your first off your first purchase. And I would, let's do underline. And let's make this one a little bit different by saying such. Let's do all text and bring our text to the same. Where am I at? Here we go. I'll bring this down to here. And actually, what did I do? Did I bring that to the right spot? So you see how this entered inside the form container, which I didn't necessarily want to do. So there's that. I want to see if I can. Okay, so there's that. I want to bring in the borders, not corners. Background spacing. What's sizing? No. Okay, so let's do this. Bring both sides together. Bring them in there a little bit. Just like so. And I want to add a cool background in. Something that I highly recommend is Canva. And let's actually go back to the homepage of Canva. I have a... not what I want to do. I did pay for the upgrade on Canva to be able to do extra stuff. But be honest with you, you could do so much with Canva without having to pay for it. I just found I probably won't be paying for it once my renewal comes up. I paid for a yearly subscription. So what I did is I went down here and I chose this particular background. So, and once you choose it, you can come over to this screen. Now I happen to like this background right there just as it is, and I want to get rid of all this other stuff. That's okay, I guess. Still get rid of it, get rid of that. And I want to just kind of scroll through. I like the way this looks, so I want to copy this. I want to bring this up here. Probably set somewhere in the neighborhood, something like that, just to make a very interesting look. And bring him up here, just something out of the blue. Bring him over here, something like that. So, do we have anything else? Any other odd? Just scrolling through, making something up as I go along here. So really, this is not thoroughly planned out, but I enjoyed just making extra stuff, making that things look good. So there we go, something like that. I would take and say, all right, I want to get rid of all these other pages because I don't need them for our purpose, and I just want that. So I'll take and download that. PDF, no. PNG, yes. Now with that PNG, what I want to do always get in a habit of is reducing down the size of the PNG, and the best way to do that is go to png.com. png.com. What that guy does is this guy will actually take our PNG files and reduce down the size and not really have any effect on the actual visuals, which is pretty darn cool. So I just take and drag over my image. You see that it's almost a meg, and it's 3/4 of a meg, and it reduces the size down by 78%. Now, you're going to say, Antonio, but why am I doing that? I don't really need to do that. You're right, you don't need to, because GroovePages is a super fast loader, but to maximize the load time, remember, the web page has to, in order for the web page to load on a phone, it has to load all the visuals, right? Which means on a digital phone, if you're out there in Timbuktu, it has to upload all that information on that weak Wi-Fi connection. That's your page. The more information it has to download for these images, the harder it is and longer it takes. And for every second that you increase your customers, making your customers wait, you lose 10 to 15% customers on every second that they're waiting for your phone, for your page to load. So why make them wait any longer than they absolutely necessarily have to? So with that said, go back onto, we want to make sure that we're on the block, the background, the block, the base layer. Go to background, choose image, and then you can upload image. I'm going to just drag it right to there. I'm going to upload, and we'll see that it uploads. It gets there. It's there. Cancel that. I'm already up. I'm good. And select. Now we see that enters in very nicely in the background. So now we can actually just go in and play with the coloring. Let me see here. This size semifold. We'll take the coloring and let's make this actually color picker. This is a great tool. I love that color right there. So we'll bring that color into our RGB value, paste it, get rid of that extra hashtag. There we go. Perfect. So that is a little bit buggy. Now the one thing that I noticed by doing that, it's too close to here. I wonder, borders, background, shadows. What's our shadow look like? Default large. Let's see, XL. Okay, that's for the entire box. That's not the lettering. I don't necessarily want the box. I would prefer for the shadow just on the lettering, which it doesn't look like in GrooveFunnels offer. So GrooveFunnels, I might have to put that in a feature request. But what I can do is I can take the background and I can give the background a bit of a darker tinge and then increase the transparency. And do I have I know exactly what I'll do. So, but first I'm going to duplicate all of that right here onto this one. And I think the best way to do that is to, cancel. I want to duplicate. And in my duplication, I'm going to go, just type in 15% off your first purchase. I'm going to delete this one. Yes. And still there's not enough extra differential there. But before I do that, I want to come across here, enter into my text, come across and underline, come over here, italicize. This will, after this, I want to go into my background and bring that back up, maybe 1550. I don't like how that color's flashing that well. Well, actually, no, that'll be alright. That'll be alright. See, now we'll bring that. What do I have that at? I'm sorry, I did not look for the final number. 60. So now we'll go back. We'll just match up that final number down to 60. All right. And what I'm going to do now is actually go into my blocks. I want to add another container. Not go into my elements, add another container here, and I'm going to bring my lettering up to that container. And this one, yes, I don't need that. That looks like a shadow. And just to be on the safe side, I am going to save to make sure that everything saves properly. Because when you get, nothing's worse than designing, going along, having a good time, and all of a sudden you get stuck in something. Why is that not in the same container? That is in the block. That is between. Okay, so for now I want that. There we go, just like that. And I'm going to take my spacing on the top. Let me see here. It has the bottom, but it does. Okay, so it's this one, spacing. Bottom, I want to get rid of that spacing. So now it's 0, 0. There you go, right with each other. Go up, I want that container. And sizing, pixel full screen. Now let's do spacing, and I believe it'll be margin. It'll give us our, nope, that's not going to do it. It should be padding then. Yeah, bring my padding in. Oh, too much, I want to bring, actually, and now this is one thing that is annoying about GroupFunnels, and I'm going to put in a feature request on this, is it jumps from 32 up to 64 and nothing in between, which is horrible because there's a lot of space. I just want to bring it in like another 5 pixels, maybe either 35 or 40 pixels. Be honest with you, probably 38 or so would be perfect to bring those in. So what I'll do is I'll actually come back down to the sizing on this block, or I should say spacing here, select both of these, bring that 9 back out, and it looks ugly. Looks something like that. And with the block, I should be able to, let's go up to the block. I should be able to add a shadow. Let's see what the large shadow looks like. It's still larging around there. It should large just around the attribute. So I'm going to get rid of and just say default, whatever. Sizing, spacing, shadow. So obviously I could hover and do the actions that I want if I wanted to do any full width. Yeah. So I'm not going to mess with any of that. I believe that that's actually pretty good. Down here, hey, so there we go. And I would change obviously the font. Let's move the font so this way it matches up there. And again, copy to clipboard, bring that font, spacing, colors, background, text, change our text color, bam. And now if you notice, I would have to do the same up here if I was going to add that light blue background, which is, I think that I am. So I think the best bet for me to do is just duplicate that whole block, bring it down below like so, delete this. I know it may seem like a lot, but it's going to be better in the long run. And I will delete that guy, confirm. Now I can say, oh, text. I can say to. Of course, though, I don't want it that big. So, oh, come on now. You know you don't want to do all that. Will it automatically adjust for me? No, because I don't have it highlighted. So now I go back and highlight it. It's going to change it. Oh my gosh, that's way too small. Go up to 20. And I don't want it to be bold anymore. Okay. So anyway, that's... Oh, I know why. Because it's an H1 block. Header 1. I want header 6. I'll never be able to get it right. So... yeah, without having to rebuild that whole thing, I'll just leave it like that. I will bring that block in though. What is going on there? Alright, so spacing. Remember how we did this spacing earlier, had the 2 on the side. How about I do the block instead of... that would probably help. Instead of the text. Oh, the first time, this is weird. The one time when I actually wanted to not do the text, it's trying to do the text. Okay, so... oh. Let's see, what can I put in there that's going to... yeah, just give me a subscribe button within that same block. There we go. So we put a subscribe button in there. I should be able to get, all right, 1 block up. There we go. Oh, I could have clicked out there, but so 32, 32. Remember, I want to bring this in as much as possible, which is, I believe, that is all that it's going to allow me to do. And the crazy thing is, if I go to both sides, it pushes. See, the margin should be squeezing since I'm doing it on both sides in 64 pixels, both sides, and kind of cramming everything into the center. Where here it's just giving the one side. So that in itself is I think it's a bug anyway. I would view it as a bug. Shouldn't just read from the one side. You should be pushing in from both sides of that, I would imagine. So anyway, let's get rid of that. Yep, don't need you anymore. So with that said, that's there. 64, that's as close as I can get it. And wow, that is kind of lame. I should really be able to get the background of that mitigated further in. Let me just, I know I'm not going to be able to, but yeah, even if I do force it all the way in, it's not liking it. Now that's interesting. So it's see how it's responding both sides there and there. So what in the world is that blue back there? It's still seeing it back there. So that's interesting, but I would rather it like that. And with that said, I'm going to come up here, click save, and let's click publish. I should have that page right over here. So now that it's published, refresh, and if I go to exit, no, did I not put that as an exit? Pop-up 1 is set as an exit on page 2 only. Showing every visit. So, but anyway, that's the basic features. And then if I wanted to integrate that, I come over here to my integrations, and of course, integration, IBM, or My Business Navigator, MBN. And I can then put that up to my ActiveCampaign and link it right to it. Save. Publish again, just for, let's publish. Content save. I don't know if it's going to take effect right away or if I got to go to, there we go, perfect. is exactly what I want. I'd probably round those corners off a little bit and actually bring out the edges a little bit, and bring this out too. Instead of being 22, maybe back it down to 15 there and there. But now you get the general gist and idea of the workflow that we created that pop-up there in, what, 30 minutes, and I was BSing around and went from scratch. I actually didn't have anything pre-planned or wasn't copying off anything. And that is from making something out of Canva as well. So I hope you guys thoroughly enjoyed that. Now listen, before you jump off the page, if you enjoyed this channel, if you enjoyed the content that I'm producing, I do invite you. There is that subscribe button down there. It's right down this way, right here somewhere ish. You know, this way, that way. If you want, go ahead and hit that for me. There's also that notification bell. I greatly do appreciate that notification bell, as well as there's that other thing. What is that? Thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up if you happen to enjoy the channel. I greatly appreciate it. If you know somebody that's been struggling to develop pop-ups here within GroovePages, GrooveFunnels, send them, share this episode with them. You know, I greatly appreciate that too. Hopefully it's bringing value to you. You know, this went from A to Z in setting up the pop-up. The only thing it didn't do is show the integration, which is I did that in another episode here that just aired, hopefully, I think yesterday. So anyway, all right, guys, have a good one, and remember, keep on digging your well. Bye.